Hello friends, this is Dr. Shilpa Gavandi here. Now today we'll discuss about the chapter that is size reduction, which is included in the pharmaceutical unit operation, or what is pharmaceutical engineering. In pharmaceutical engineering, we'll study this chapter as a basic unit, that is size reduction. Now here first we'll go for the definition of the size reduction. Now, what do you mean by the size reduction? Now, as the name itself indicates that size reduction, it means there is decrease in the size. So it is a pharmaceutical unit operation in which the bigger particles are converted into the smaller particles or to the powder by decreasing the size of that powder. So size reduction, it is a pharmaceutical unit operation which is carried out for reducing the size of the bigger particles into the smaller one of desired size and shape. Whatever size you require or the shape you require, you can go for the reduction in the size. Now this size reduction, it is also called as the comminution. So in the board examination, in the university examination, there may be chances of asking that this what do you mean by, or define comminution, or explain the any one of the mill which is used for the comminution. So this comminution, it means nothing but the size reduction. So this is what the definition of the size reduction. Now next, that is this size reduction, it is also called as comminution or diminution or pulverization. So as we are converting a larger size into the smaller size or into the coarse size or into the fine particles, so it is also known as the pulverization. Pulverization means to make the powder in the to make the what we can say larger particle into the powder form. So here we can say that these are the various types of the powder: coarse powder, moderate fine powder, and very fine powder, depending on the specifications through which sieves they are going to pass through and on which sieve they are going to retain. On that specification, these powders are classified, that is a coarse powder, moderately fine powder, and very fine powder. Now see here. Now you can see in the diagram, see this is the larger size particle. These larger size particles are going to reduce into the smaller size particles, and also these smaller size particles can also be reduced in very fine size particle or the nano size particles. Now see, this process of size reduction we can achieve by the two methods. First, it is the precipitation method or the, and second one is the mechanical method. Now in case of the precipitation method, you can see here substance plus solvent, you will get a mixture. Okay, by addition of any solute to the solvent, you will get a mixture, and plus another solvent, and that material, then you to that mixture you add another solvent which will help in the precipitation of that material. So that precipitate which you are getting, it will be in the reduced form, it will be in the fine form, like calcium carbonate is there. Example of these what we can say material, that is the calcium carbonate, yellow mercuric oxide, bulk drugs. These are the examples of these methods. By precipitation method, we can get the these products into the fine size particles. Now second one is the mechanical process. Now in case of the mechanical process, see, substance, they are allowed to what we can say grind, or any mechanical force is applied on that substance. Like examples are the ball mill are there, or colloid mill are there, is there, or hammer mill is there. So different mills are allowed to grind that substance, which we get the reduced size particle. So we get a reduced size particle, and through that dry grinding or the wet grinding, we get the reduced particle. So these are the two processes by which we can achieve the size reduction. Now see, what are the objectives of the size reduction? Why we go for the reduction in the size? What is the necessity, or what are the objectives of the size reduction? The best or the most important objective is that it increase that it increases the surface area of the powder, which is very very important criteria, because as the surface area increases, the rates of all the reactions are going to be increased, like drying is there, evaporation is there, whatever may be the reaction, that surface, as the surface area increases, most of the reactions are going to increase. So due to the size reduction, there is increase in the surface area, which is directly proportional to the area of the contact of with the second phase. Then second one, if you break the material into the very small powder, so it is easy to separate the two separate constituents or two different constituents. Smaller particles, if you are going to divide now reduce into the smaller particle, you can go for, you can what we can say, separate the valuables from the two constituents. Then you again, third objective of the mix size reduction, that you can go for the intimate mixing. Mixing is intimate, uniform mixing will be there, you will get a uniform mixing because there will be a narrow particle size range. So it reduces the segregation, and due to the reduced segregation you will get a uniform mixing of the particles. Then solid waste can be disposed easily, whatever waste is there, that can be disposed as the surface area is increased. Again, handling characteristics. Now you can imagine कि any bigger stone is there, and to carry that stone or to handle that stone, it is very difficult. But if you break that stone into the smaller pieces, then it will be easy to handle that stone into the smaller particles. So to improve this size reduction is helpful in improving the handling characteristics also. To mix the solid particles more intimately. Again, it is very easy to mix the solid particles very intimately or uniformly. Uniformity you will get, and you will get a very fine size particles, which are very nanoparticles, like by using the size reduction, which are very useful in preparations like lipsticks के preparation में you need very, what we can say, nano size particles or micro size particles. So certain formulations are there in which we need a very smaller size particle, so which can be achieved by the process of the size reduction only. So these are the various objectives of the size reduction. Now you can see the diagram. See here that bigger stones, they are going to what we can say, reduced into the size, and you will get like this. This is called as the size reduction. Now what are the advantages of the size reduction? Now advantages of size reduction, the first advantage, that is the content uniformity. Now when you are getting the product, that will be a uniform one, you will get a uniform flow of that material, as all the particles are of the same range particle size, so you will get a uniform flow over there. Then again, you will be easily extract the drugs. As the size is reduced, the surface area is increased, and as the surface area is increased, the rate of extraction will also increase. So effective extraction will be there, effective drying will be there. Again, the size of as the size what we can say, surface area is increased, effective drying is there, improved physical stability is there. As the surface area increases, stability also increases, dissolution rate also increases, and rate of absorption also increases. So these are the various, what we can say, advantages or applications of the size reduction, that you will get more content uniformity, you will get uniform flow because they are all in the narrow size range particles, you will get a more effective extraction of the drug as the rate of surface area is increased, you will get the effective drying, you will get the improved physical stability, improved dissolution rate, and improved rate of absorption. So all these things are improved. This is only the disadvantage, that there may be chance of the drug degradation as we are going to reduce the size, or there may be chance of the contamination. If you are going to reduce the size by using the metal or mills, so there may be metallic contamination of that drug. That drug may get contaminated by the metals of that mills. So these are the disadvantages. Now we'll discuss about the factors which affects the size reduction. Now in this, first, that is the hardness. Hardness, what is the hardness, how it plays an important role? Now it is a surface property of a material. Now we can say that now there is a scale to measure the hardness, that is called as the Mohs scale. Now see, Mohs scale, according to the Mohs scale, the one, what we can say, it is for the graphite, the what and the number 1 Mohs scale. And if the material on the Mohs scale, if the Mohs scale is less than 3, then that material is soft material. And if Mohs scale is greater than the 7, then the material is a hard material. Means if the unit is more than 7, then that is a hard material. If the unit on the Mohs scale is less than 3, then it is a soft material. So the hardest one is the diamond, which is having 10 number, and the softest one, that is a graphite, which is having the value 1. So depending on the value on the Mohs scale, what is the value on the Mohs scale, the material is a soft or it is hard, it is decided. So generally it is very difficult to reduce the size of the material if the material is hard one. If the material is soft, then it can be easily reduced the size. Now again, the second factor, that is the structure of the material. Now there are various types of the material. Some materials, they are like if we break that material, they form a flake like particles, they splits, वो स्प्लिट होते हैं एंड फ्लेक्स उसमें से निकलते हैं, दे फॉर्म ऑफ फ्लेक लाइक पार्टिकल्स. सम ड्रग्स, सम मटेरियल आर देयर विच आर फाइब्रस इन नेचर. सो इफ लाइक वेजिटेबल ड्रग्स, अगर तुम पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्लांट देखोगे या लीव्स को देखोगे या स्टेम को देखोगे, तो मैक्सिमम टाइप ऑफ दैट ड्रग्स आर फाइब्रस इन नेचर. You will get the fibrous structure when you reduce into the size. So it is difficult to, what we can say, reduce the size of that material. If the material is just, what we can say, if it is in a coarser size, if it is not fibrous, then it is easy to break actually. Then abrasiveness, if the material is very abrasive, so and we are going to use the machines for reducing the size of that abrasive material, so what happens in that case कि that abrasive material, वो क्या होता है, वो घसता है मशीन के साथ, and due to that abrasive property, वो घसने की वजह से that machine, the metal of that machine may get incorporated in the material, and there may be chance of the contamination of that product. वो जो प्रोडक्ट है वो कंटामिनेट हो सकता है बिकॉज ऑफ द मेटल विच इज इन द, what we can say, mill will get incorporate into the product. Then the softening temperature, the next factor which affects the size reduction, that is a softening temperature. Now during this size reduction, generally heat is going to be generated. So some of the material are there, very few materials actually are there, कि when the heat is generated, that material gets softened due to that temperature. For example, the waxy material, जैसे कि stearic acid is there, or the some drugs like containing oils or fats. These are the examples कि like some what we can say, due to the generation of the heat, these materials are going to soften. So some methods are used to overcome this, like cooling, that mill is going to be cool, या फिर a stream of water is passed through that material. So this is again one of the factor which affects the size reduction. Then friability. Now as the material is more friable, it is easy to break. if material is hard compared to the material if it is hard. Then stickiness, if the material is very sticky, then it is very difficult to break or to reduce the size, because that sticky material can clog the machine, it can clog the grinding equipment. अगर तुम मिक्सर में भी sticky material को डालोगे तो that material will clog the machine. Then soapiness also affect the affect the size reduction process. That it in general this is a measure of coefficient of the friction. If the coefficient of friction is low, then crushing is difficult, and if the coefficient of friction is high, then crushing is more easy. If the material is the explosive, so in presence of the inert atmosphere we have to go for the reducing the size. Some materials are there which are very harmful for the health, like if the dust is passed through the nose, so that material may be harmful. So these also affect the size reduction process. Now basically there are mainly 4 principles of the size reduction, or we can say the mechanisms of the size. These are the mechanisms of the size reduction, that is the cutting, compression, impact and attrition. These 4 are the basic mechanism by which we are going to reduce the size of the material. And on these mechanisms only, on these principles only, the different mills are working. Like on the basis of the cutting, here the materials they are cut by the sharp blades. Cutter mill works on this principle. On the basis of the compression, now what is compression? That material is going to crush between the roller and the pressure, by the pressure. 2 rollers are there, and by applying the pressure on these 2 rollers, the material is going to compress. Example is the roller mill. In case of the impact, material breaks by the hammer or the bars at the high speed. मतलब that material moving particle strikes against the stationary face. If there is a, जैसे कि you imagine there is a wall, and on that wall we are throwing some stones or the material which we have to break. The stationary surface is there and the particle is moving. We are bombarding that particle on the wall, and due to that the material is going to break. That is called as the impact. उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे impact. That the face surface will be a stationary and the particle will be a moving particle. The next is the attrition. Attrition, breakdown of the material by rubbing action. That is called as the attrition. By rubbing between the 2 surfaces. 2 surfaces are going to rub on each other, and between that 2 surfaces the material is going to crush. Now see what is the difference between this attrition and the compression. Now in case of the compression, pressure is applied, and in case of the attrition, the 2 surfaces are moving in a moving stage. Now see here, these are the diagram. See, this is the impact. It is a surface. This is a stationary surface, and on which the material is going to bombard. इसके ऊपर हम material को फेंक रहे हैं, जिसकी वजह से वो material वो surface को लग के फूट रहा है या break हो रहा है. This is the attrition. Now we can see these 2 arrows. One is in this direction. Both the arrows are opposite to each other. These both arrows are opposite to each other. So these 2 surfaces are moving. These 2 surfaces are moving, and between these 2 moving surfaces, this product is going to crush. This is called as the attrition. This is the shear, that by applying a pressure on this surface, between these 2 surfaces, this material is going to crush, and this is called as the compression. Now see here, in case of the compression between 2 surfaces, this material is going to crush by applying the pressure, and in case of the attrition, these 2 are moving in opposite direction, like grinding. So this is called as the attrition. So these 4 are the and one is the cutting one. So these 4 are the mechanisms of the size reduction. So this is about the definition of the size reduction, objectives of the size reduction, then factors affecting size reduction, and mechanisms of the size reduction, on which there is always Question: define size reduction. What are the objectives of the size reduction, and explain the factors which affects the size reduction. Again, the mechanisms of the size reduction. In the next lecture, we'll discuss about the different equipments which are used for the size reduction. What are the different equipments, on which basis, on which principle they are going to use in the size reduction, that we will discuss in the next lecture. So thank you very much.